Oops. I'm gonna head inside. There's a lot of dialogue, so get a start a few minutes early here so that I make sure I don't run late. Since I've got 2 hours. We're in that final stretch, and this is gonna make that time pass quick. I'll be starting a new stream once I get to Burning Shores, just so that it can, like, the stream can start when Burning Shores starts, you know?
Hey, Mr. Know-It-All is here.
Wait, what the fuck?
His buddy who never smiles.
Oh wait, no.
No.
This is right.
I had him wait in your room.
I hadn't been here to do this yet. Okay,
Thanks.
it's okay. All right, I just forgot that I hadn't done this yet since Wings of the Ten. Whew. There's so much dialogue that I totally forgot happens.
Well, Silence.
I just freaked myself out. I was like, it's not 9 yet.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base.
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing. The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base. But she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
Oh, no. You first.
Better get everyone in the control room, so
That explains why I kept running out of stamina. Jeez. Okay. Yeah, let's go with classic.
they can tell us what she knows about the Zenith base.
There you are. Well done, Aloy. Despite my reservations, you managed to secure Silence and his weapon. You're truly a shining example of Liz's fortitude.
I've been thinking about what you said at your house. How you were friends with Elizabeth. It was more than that, wasn't it?
Perceptive as ever. You're right, we were together for a time.
Okay, so... what happened?
I was an orphan. I had always been alone. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that was simply my fate in life. And then I met Liz. We kept running into each other at conferences. We'd have coffee. At some point, it became drinks. I thought it was just shop talk, an exchange of ideas, but then I was surprised at how much I looked forward to seeing her. Soon we were flying halfway across the world every other week just to meet up. For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I could imagine a future where I wasn't. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother a few years back. I filled a void for her. I know I did. But as time passed, it seemed as though she wanted less when I wanted more. And so we ended things.
So helping me, restoring Elizabeth's dream, it's what,
A second chance, yes. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. I should have done more. So when I saw you, a woman who has carved her own remarkable path, beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you. To do right by her.
So much dialogue I forgot about. Oh my god.
So, Eric. Was he always a bloodthirsty psychopath?
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a profitable private military company.
Like, I knew, but
A band of cutthroats, in other words.
I didn't want to admit it to
Even
myself,
as
I think.
governments abandoned human combatants in favor of automated warfare. He found success with clientele that required a more personal touch. There were also rumors that he personally hunted and killed his targets. On occasion, all for the thrill of it. But on Sirius, he retreated to virtual reality simulations. In them, he could go on rampages as violent as he pleased, though I suspect with diminishing satisfaction.
All of his tribe believes he was one of the greatest people from the old world.
Then they would be quite disappointed to meet him, though I'm sure he'd bask in the adoration.
What can you tell me about Gerard?
He was the head of the world's largest financial conglomerate, and as such had dealings with almost every major corporation. It made him one of the wealthiest people on Earth, and certainly the wealthiest among Far Zenith.
What does one person do with that much money?
Buy more power, more influence. Gerard's always believed himself to be a refined patrician, able to maintain control with a polished smile. But beneath that exterior is a cold and calculating operator. It was his decision to restrict Beta's upbringing to her digital educators, the avatars of the Apollo database, while we were painted as her benefactors.
Well, we'll deal with him soon enough. And the others.
I would very much like to see his face when he realizes we've beaten him.
When I was in the ruins of Vegas, I found data on a man named Stanley Chen. I think he was a Zenith.
Stanley, ever the optimist. He was one of the good ones. When we established our colony, he built an exact replica of Las Vegas in virtual reality. Lights, shows, gambling, every detail perfectly recreated. And while others cloistered themselves in their own fantasies, he flung his doors wide to everyone.
The way you're talking about him, I'm guessing he didn't make it back to Earth?
No, he perished when our colony was destroyed. He would have been thrilled to discover that part of his beloved city survived.
When Beta escaped and hid in an ancient research facility, I saw another one of the Zeniths, Verbena. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea of brighter constellations. Unlike most of Far Zenith's members who amassed their wealth through shrewd business deals and technological achievements, Verbena inherited her billions. Her father had achieved great success in the luxury holotourism industry. At age 24, she became the world's most eligible bachelorette, branding herself a life designer.
I saw that.
Leverages their fame to influence the choice of others.
What? Like a cult?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something right to have survived this long.
She was her own brand of ruthless. That much is true. But even rats can cling to a vessel for escape.
Okay, so I've had run-ins with a handful of Zeniths. What about the rest?
An array of the wealthiest people on Earth. Titans of their industries.
And let me guess, all selfish and ruthless to the core?
Most, but not all. There were a few with whom I got along. Annika Murjani, for instance, was always delightful. She founded the Holonet's most successful dance channel and was herself mesmerizing to watch. And I had fascinating discussions with Song Jiao about her work in cellular biology. Our immortality treatments are due in part to her achievements. But then there were others like Devin Miller, the CEO of a fast food printing corporation. His only real preoccupations were perfecting his golf swing and taking self-hollows. When I think about all of us, we really should have accomplished more. We had eternity.
Okay.
An array,
And let me...
most, but Annika, she found successful, and I are in, but then there were his only, when I think about all of us.
When it's time to break into the Zenith base, what can we expect?
I'll go over the full layout once you've assembled your friends. Suffice it to say, we will need to push as fast as possible to Beta and Gaia's location, dealing with heavy resistance along the way. There are also printing facilities where the others have been amassing the natural resources they've stripped from the region.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate more Spectre drones, a small army of them.
When I was out in the wilds, I saw a shuttle take off from the island, heading for space.
It was likely ferrying materials to and from our ship in orbit. After hundreds of years luxuriating in our digital comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when we made our escape. Disaster can strike at any moment. We've learned our lesson.
Have you figured out how Silence's weapon works?
No, and he's been very careful not to allow me near it. I'll admit it bothers me, but regardless of how it functions, I am confident it will deactivate the other shields en masse.
How many of them are in the base?
10, including Eric and Gerard. Only a handful of us made it to our ship when our colony collapsed.
Why did you make the data channel look like your house?
I built that house as a shelter to weather any storm. A safe place, not just for me, but for the art stored in its depths. Cultural artifacts of incalculable value. Truly, some of the greatest achievements of human civilization.
And you wanted Beta to see them?
Yes. Her upbringing was so cold and technical. I thought if she could experience Vermeer and Rembrandt, it would bring something else into her life. A heritage every bit as valuable as the scientific and technical data being drummed into her. I'm sorry I had to cut off contact, but I'll never regret sharing this house with her. She needed its shelter even more than I did.
You said before that you're not like the other Zeniths. That you never were. But you went along with all of their plans.
Out of necessity. I'm not proud of it. But complicity became a means of survival, both when Earth was consumed and when the colony on Sirius was destroyed. I did what I had to. But I resolved to remain one step ahead of the others, to try to undo what damage I could. Hence the data channel with Beta. The secret passage into their base and the little trick I pulled to save you.
Why do you think Elizabeth pulled away?
I've wondered that for 1,000 years. She was brilliant, visionary. She cared so deeply for the world, for the betterment of humanity. But it also felt like she kept everyone at arm's length, including me. She never wanted to share her burdens. I think In the end, she had a core that she never let anyone be part of. Sometimes I wonder if anyone really knew her.
I found a recording of you and Elizabeth back in the proving lab after Farzineth's attempt to steal Gaia.
Yes. A most unpleasant conversation.
She said something after the call. I think she regretted how things ended between you.
Did she? All this time, thank you for telling me. I've always hated that those were the last words we ever said to each other. And that her last impression of me was as a functionary of Farzineth, not who I truly am.
Okay. I'll let you know when it's time.
I'll be here until then. And thank you, Aloy, for giving me this chance. My past has always been a struggle. More than once I've lost everything. But when I look to the future, I see Liz's dream fulfilled. A universe of new possibilities.
Maybe we can make it happen.
We will. I won't let anything get in the way. I promise you that.
You know, we've never played Machine Strike together.
Regala saw defeat. So will these rebel holdouts.
Haven't seen you since the battle at the Grove. How are you holding up?
I saw you fly on the wings of the Ten, and paralyze Regala's army with lightning. I would say that I am inspired.
Thank you, I guess.
It is I who should be thanking you.
You nervous about the mission ahead?
If I live, it will be in victory. If I die, it will be in battle. What matters most is that you achieve your objective.
I'll do my best. Anything new going on I should know about?
The Quen has been more insistent than usual, asking about the visions at the Grove. Her pursuit of knowledge is relentless. The Ten would have a hard time fighting her off.
Just think of her like one of your chaplains.
Yes. Only more persistent.
Things will get ugly once the Zeniths realize we're in their base. You'll need every trick you've ever learned.
I would have it no other way. Many soldiers died in the old world to make sure we stood here today. We will endure on their behalf. Though
I like his
curious
perspective
how you
there.
intend to defeat the Zenith's defenses without an army of our own.
Leave that to me. Just make sure you're ready to fight.
As you say, you have more than earned my trust.
Think you're ready to put all your training to the test?
I am Tenakth. I am always ready.
Did you meet Tilda?
There is something about her that doesn't seem natural. I wouldn't be surprised if my sword went through her and she didn't bleed at all.
Honestly, with her, nothing would surprise me. Your people keep mentioning the wings of the Ten. What exactly does it mean?
The visions tell us that the Ten flew on great metal machines with wings and leapt into battle from the sky. For us, to imitate this feat is the ultimate expression of martial prowess. It is why the challengers leap into the arena during the Kulrut. And now, you have done it. Like the deeds of the Ten themselves, it will never be forgotten. So, tell me, how did it feel?
I won't lie. Pretty good.
I can only imagine.
I bet people are curious about that new arm of yours.
None more than our Quen ally, I assure you. She couldn't wait to take it apart and figure out how it works. I gave her the data I used to build the thing, hoping that would satisfy her curiosity instead.
Good luck with that. I have to go. But I'll be briefing everyone on the plan soon.
Understood.
You flew? Kotalo told me. And took out Regala's machines? You know what? I don't even know why I'm surprised. I saw we have visitors and a new weapon. Does this mean we're ready to take the fight to the Zeniths?
Almost. I hope our new guests have been behaving.
This Silence, he's the one who built the weapon that can take down Zenith shields?
He is. Though I wouldn't expect him to answer any questions about it. He refuses to dole out his secrets to us lesser mortals.
Oh.
You know that special part of us that makes us warm, kind, welcoming?
Our spirit?
Yeah. He was born without that. You sure you're okay going on this mission? I know things must be happening pretty fast for you.
I've already braved oceans and madmen who thought they were ancestors reborn. Why not a few immortals with lethal drones at their command, too?
Guess the more the merrier. I suppose you saw that Tilda is here. Our very own Zenith.
I almost went up to her to ask her, well, every question I've ever had about the legacy. Every diviner I know would kill to get 5 minutes with one of the old ones. But now that she's here, all I feel is a vague unease. I don't know if I'm scared of finding out more uncomfortable truths, or just scared of her. Probably both.
I need to wrap up a few things, but stay sharp.
I'll be ready when you call.
Did you need something? Bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side. Care to explain?
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertakings. So, ask away.
Since when were you so forthcoming?
Since you turned this into a waiting game. And as it seems you have found modest success, perhaps I'm willing to be generous.
Okay, so your big plan, everything you've been manipulating for the last few months. Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from
So
Hades,
much
who were
talking.
interrogators. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon.
And yet, I do it every
and to
time.
get the Tenakth to fight for you, or rather the sons of Prometheus, armed Regala's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the Spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation at the Hades Proving Lab.
Why create the Sons of Prometheus? You didn't need a bunch of Oseram tinkerers to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. My time serving Hades in the Eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting directly involved. Through the Sons of Prometheus, I could execute my plans, all while remaining anonymous.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zeniths at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset, thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today. Tell me about the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
No, but I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes, even you can appreciate the value of secrecy when warranted. Suffice it to say that the weapon will work. The intricacies of how is knowledge that is mine alone.
Why help Regala take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hekarro.
Before Regala's rebellion, Hekarro was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with the Karja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty exile was easier?
Yes, exceedingly so. All Regala craved was war, against the Karja and anyone who threatens the Tenakth. She would have led the tribe into battle without question, which was precisely what I needed.
While I was out there, I had a couple run-ins with the Quen.
The tribe from across the ocean. And?
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery of focuses. One of them, Alva, even joined me here. Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They stumbled upon the greatest technological artifact from the ancient world, and what did they do with it? They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in mysticism and taboo, creating a pantheon out of corporate shills.
Yes, well, it also led them to Thebes.
Did it now?
So those run-ins with the Quen I mentioned. On one of them I teamed up with their expedition to search Thebes. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like?
Worse than you can imagine.
He single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than he deserved.
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a jar so you could prod his brain, like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
Alright, Silence. I think I've talked to you long enough. I'll let you know when it's time to go. And try not to mess with Tilda while you're in here, okay? I don't need the two of you butting heads.
Ah, yes. About your Zenith ally. I wonder if you understand what kind of person you're dealing with. For someone to live as long as she has, outlast as many calamities, well, your goals may be aligned now, but I'd watch for the moment they diverge.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
Survival is only a necessity to my greater purpose, Aloy. I'd hoped you'd recognize.
Hello!
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things. But on this, just call it a feeling.
Oh, a feeling? You mean you finally had one?
Oh, Aloy.
Huh. Guess even you can change, Silence.
Aloy,
So much to talk about
you
here.
came back with some interesting friends.
This singularity
Wish I could
itself
say we
shouldn't
don't
take
need
super
them.
long because
But Silence and Tilda are here for a reason.
it's normal,
Yeah.
so
Enemy of my enemy, all that,
you
right?
pretty much ignore half of the specters.
I guess Silence is keeping to himself, as usual.
I was hoping he'd give me an excuse to hammer his sorry ass to the ground.
Please don't.
You telling me you wouldn't want to get just one good hit on that smug face of his? After everything he's done?
Sure. Later. Right now, he's got something we need. Doesn't look like any of our guests are making trouble.
Yet. So, Katalo tells me you flew. Well, that's new. I've been busting my balls trying to learn to read. You're out there having all the fun.
Don't worry. You'll be getting all the fun you can handle soon. With the Zeniths.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, what difficulty were you on for 40 minutes?
Tilda at all?
I tried. I don't think even a hot forge could melt that ice. And you say she wants to help?
I think so. Well, let's hope. I better get going.
Oh, you know where to find me.
Aloy. It appears
I
that
should
we
have done
some
this
interesting
yesterday,
new
but
guests.
too late now.
I'm glad to see you're okay, though. I heard
For
you
all
gave the
this
Tanakh
conversation,
something to
I mean.
talk about. I was half expecting you to burst in through the ceiling riding a sunwing.
Sorry to disappoint. Have you talked to any of our new friends?
Aaron and I tried speaking to Silence, but apparently our tribal prattle is unnecessary.
Charming, isn't he? Ready to head over to the Zenith base?
Whatever comes, we will endure.
So close, so far away.
Thoughts on our new Zenith acquaintance?
I'd say she smells like death, but even death smells of something. She's more like a cold piece of metal, bent on repelling all semblance of life.
She's definitely different. I have to go. I trust you to keep things civil around here.
I'll make sure Aaron doesn't punch Silence in the face, if that's what you mean.
Thanks. Elizabeth and Tilda had a history. The more I learn about her life, the more complicated it seems. I guess she saw something good in Tilda. I don't know what exactly, but seems like it was enough. For a while, at least. With Regala out of the way, Hikaru and Tanakh, they're safe. The future's up to them now. I do wish they'd drop all the honorary names they've given me. But if I've learned anything about them, that it's not a battle I am going to win.
Just you wait, Carl. We're taking those space rights.
Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything I should handle before that? All right, people. I need you up in the control room, right away.
I don't want to know anything. I want to know absolutely zero.
Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta,
I've been
Gaia.
staying offline most of today. I saw one
Now, it might
screenshot,
seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but
and that
they're
was more
not.
than I wanted to see.
We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location. Undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood? You two? A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. Are you with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
In this playthrough, we killed her because I put it to the
safe.
vote for the chat,
Okay.
so that was what the chat decided.
On my life.
Remember, we need to get Silence weapons to the Zenith base intact if we want to take their shields down.
I'll be gentle with you, I promise.
Good. We're finally doing this.
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to take down a bunch of immortals.
I forgot there's more.
Stars. I can hear the
And
drinking
more.
songs already.
If that one's not working right, you can have one of my spare focuses, you know.
Yeah, little bugger's got some personality, that's all. Saved my butt with those Spectras. Wouldn't feel right to leave it behind now. You know, besides, it goes with my outfit.
Wouldn't want to spoil your look. Varl made the right call, you know, bringing you here.
Thanks. Yeah, Varl. You know, I never knew he had a sister. I found out a few days before you guys went to Gemini. I was, well, to be honest, I was terrified I'd screw up the mission somehow. So he sat me down for a drink. Just one, mind you. And we talked about family. Vala, Ursa, loss and revenge. And how you helped us.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised back in the Embrace. And you never told me exactly how your sister escaped the Mad Sun King.
I guess we never got round to it. World ending and all. No time like the present, though. If you're up for it.
You think it's time for us to finally have that drink?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course. Oh.
So, How did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Jiran's palace?
Well, first she had to survive the Sun Ring. See, during the war, the Karja threw a prisoner a day in there. And, for what? To die as sacrifices, fighting machines in a pit. Thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other deranged machines in the world? Ha! And when it was Ursa's turn, the Karja thought she'd go down if they threw a big machine at her.
Oh, but she didn't.
And she defeated all of them. Even got some of Jiran's kestrels for good measure. And the Mad Sun King was impressed, I guess. Thought it'd be funny to have her run around his palace as a servant. He enjoyed humiliating her that way.
I remember you telling me something about that. That's how she met Avad. He helped her escape.
Yeah, but what no Karja scroll will ever tell you is how the young prince snuck Ursa out of the palace. He knew their best chance was to get Ursa to blend in, so he got her everything she needed to disguise herself as a Karja noblewoman. Yeah, perfumes, veils, and all.
I get the feeling she wasn't too happy with that.
Oh man, Ursa would have rather fought her way out of that palace with her bare hands than put on all of that Karja eye paint. But Avad insisted it was the only way, so she agreed under one condition. Avad had to dress up as well.
She made Avad dress up like a noblewoman?
As perfumed and powdered as a babe. Ursa said he looked better like that than he ever did in a crown.
That would, definitely make for an interesting sight.
Oh, it worked like a charm, too. Not only did they make it out of the palace, they paid a traveling merchant to get Ursa to the border, and none were the wiser.
You were right. That was a story best told over a drink.
All good stories are.
I guess I should get going.
I'll see you at the rendezvous point, with my hammer ready.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
So much talking!
I hope everybody's ready for this. Fighting the Zeniths isn't going to be easy.
Aloy.
It is helping the time pass to watch all these dialogues, at least.
Now you don't have to do it alone.
Thanks. Everyone here. Training, working together. If it weren't for Varl, none of it would have happened.
You know, there was this one night, right before Varl left with you to go to Gemini. He realized I was having trouble sleeping. I was nervous about the mission. To be honest, I think we both were. So, he asked me to join him.
How did you lose your New Game Plus save?
He brought up this hologram of Earth that you two found back in the Zenith launch facility. We sat there, just looking at it. I thought about how Plainsong was just a speck on that great sphere. How every corner of it must be teeming with life. And any fears I had about our mission were gone. I miss him terribly.
I know. You and Aaron seem to be on better terms now.
He may have terrible taste in music, but he did apologize for mocking my tribe. And that ale he keeps raving about isn't half bad. I still plan on beating that stubborn face of his to break our sparring stalemate.
Try not to hurt him too bad. I should go. I'll let you know when I'm ready to head to the base.
Before you do, there is one favor I would ask of you.
What is it?
You placed this focus in my care, and gave me the highest calling an Utaru has ever known. If I should fall in battle, I'd like you to be the one to bury my seed pouch. For the both of us.
So,
make sure you stay alive to do so.
let's just try to all come back home. Okay? nervous?
I'd be lying if I said I'm not slightly apprehensive.
The plan will work if we all focus on our assignments.
Right.
I want you to know I'm glad you're with us, Alva.
Whatever happens, I'm grateful that the legacy brought us together. I never thought I'd get to actually meet an ancestor.
Come on, do I look that old? Katala will protect you inside the Zenith base.
I'm not afraid. I know Katala will fulfill his duty, as will I. If we die doing so, at least it'll be alongside a friend.
I'd rather you both stay alive, if you don't mind.
We'll try and keep that in mind.
Once all this is over, will you go back across the ocean?
I don't know. The more I think about it, the more worried I become. If I go back, I don't even know if they'd let me keep this focus you gave me, or what they'd do to me for reading what is clearly forbidden data. Even if I somehow were allowed to carry on my duties as a diviner, would I be willing to let the truths I've learned about the ancestors be buried away by the Board of Overseers? Would I dare challenge them and risk my family's safety? Or losing Federa?
Not your Fodera bass!
Who's this Federa you mentioned?
My bass guitar.
She is another diviner. One of our best. We used to be rivals at the academy. I hated her guts. But apparently there's a fine line between hate and love. We became very close, and then I was assigned to the expedition. She promised she'd wait for me, no matter how long it took.
Well, that was smart of her. She won't do any better.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I do. The rest of us should be enough of a distraction to the Zeniths for you to hack into their network undetected.
What's stopping you now?
You'll have to be quick, in case they do.
What exactly do you expect me to find, Aloy?
I don't know. The truth, if we're lucky. I need to get going.
I'll be at the rendezvous point. May truth lead us to victory.
That's real. There's a lot of online programs that are free, at least.
So, you return. Something else?
I'll be going.
As you wish.
Why did you have a bubble if there's nothing for you to say?
Fine. Something good.
Welcome back, Aloy. Would you like to continue our chat?
Do you have anything to say, or was the bubble a
I
lie?
should be going.
I'll be making final preparations.
Yes, 1 hour for the States until it's out.
So, how are we feeling about the mission?
I do not know everything that you have planned, but it doesn't matter. All that remains is to follow you to the end, whatever that will be.
Thank you, Katalo. I'm glad all this brought us together.
You brought us together, and I am grateful too. Oh, and by the way, I was hoping now would be a good time to go back to the Tremortusk site and test my new arm, before we leave on our mission.
Right. I'll let you know when I can make my way there.
Thank you.
Buddy, that's not happening.
We didn't really get to talk about what happened at Gemini.
There was nothing more to say. If he were to Noct, Varl's bravery would have earned him sacred burial.
Outside of the US, it's already out.
The most distinguished of our tribe's warriors. His deeds were worthy of the 10. When the fight is done, I will have the Inkers etch his memory on my skin, so that it may live on.
I'm sure he'd be honored. Now that training time is over, what's on your mind?
The Bulwark, the Kulrut, and how we need another miracle if we're to survive the Zenith base.
I'll try not to let you down.
I know you will not.
I'll see you soon then.
It will be my honor.
Finally! So close, so far away. Here we go! We're trying to keep this chat relatively spoiler-free since it's already out. Outside of, like,
Okay,
obviously, like, what was in the trailers and
I'm at
stuff,
the
but
rendezvous point.
I've pretty much stayed...
It's time to rescue Beta and
Yeah,
Gaia.
it's set in LA. That's about all we know.
We're on our way.
I know some people have been trying to, like, not look at any of the trailers and stuff, too, so... Trying to keep that unspoiled here, since it's so freaking close.
Where are the others?
Not far behind.
The annoyance in his voice.
Egghead here couldn't stand traveling with the pack.
Are we all here?
Have a good night, Remy. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I'm excited to see how big it is.
A tunnel.
And how much they're able to pack into every little bit since they optimized it for PS5 and
When I realized it ran
so
all
that
the way
like
across the
volumetric
water,
cubic
I thought it might prove useful to
space
go undetected.
determines what they're able to
So I
put
could
within
see them
the
from the others.
since they're trying to keep everything rendered within your space for no loading screens and whatever, you know.
Shall we?
I wish there was a less pungent way to get way inside the base.
I don't want to hear any reasoning behind that.
Agreed.
Just for whatever might be informing your belief of that. The little stench marks coming off of them, it's like, ugh.
There's the launch tower. That plane offers a little cover, so the only viable path is through there. There will be Spectres guarding it, and many more can be deployed from those hangars.
All right. Alva, Catalo, get to it.
Where are they going?
Somewhere important. Erend, you're with me. You guys, take the high ground in case we need covering fire.
Tactically sound, I suppose. What will she do?
There's a sensor node nearby. If I hack into it, I should be able to scramble the network and keep you undetected. But not for long.
Then we should proceed.
I mean,
One more thing.
I don't want to get into the
Open up the
debate
channel to
here,
Beta.
honestly.
Audio only.
It's not going to change anything.
Aloy, we're here, and we're coming for
It's
you.
been talked to
You know what to do,
oblivion
right?
at this point.
As long as you hold up your end. We will. See you soon. Be careful. Let's go.
Hey, I'm finally playing the video game. It took 1 hour.
Get to the launch tower as quickly as possible. I'll do my best to conceal our intrusion.
Beware, Aloy.
Wait, I want to turn on this auto pickup that they added just to see what it's like. Oh, that's kind of neat. Whatever, I'll find it another time. It's fine.
Company. Follow my lead.
That's what I do.
This will help. Class! Get it with class!
There it goes! I think you're right.
Find anything?
Yeah.
I think there's a cave up there that might get us through that ridge.
Let's climb up to it.
What's in this backpack, metal bricks?
Aloy, Alva and I are closing in on the regulator.
Keep me posted.
It's creepy in here.
Don't worry. I'll protect you.
I wish I had a glider. I guess I'll find another one.
There's a lot of dead machines on this island.
We killed a great many when we landed here. Their salvage may prove useful to you.
Wait, why did I think there was that? Yeah. That's what I was banking on.
Tired yet?
Yep.
Made it through without a fight.
Yeesh. These plants are weird. It's here when you want.
We're through.
Live long, kill your enemies.
We can take this one, Aloy! Keep moving!
That Stormbird carcass should get us over the gap.
I hate stormbirds. But I guess, yeah, dead one. You remember the good old days when our only worry was whether Meridian would be destroyed?
That was still a matter of the whole world. That was
Oh,
still a
yeah.
matter of the whole world, buddy.
Good times.
More seconds.
Not a problem.
Here, up this rock. We're gonna have to climb around this corner.
Normal's hilarious.
Looks like we snuck through.
I can see the way forward. Keep moving.
Going as fast as we can. You alright?
Sort of.
To errand?
How many specters does Zenith have?
More than we want to fight at once, that's for sure. been made.
Aloy, Alva and I are in position.
Do it. Blow the regulator.
A moment while I ignite the charges.
Looks like the others have things under control. Come on, up the slab.
I wonder if we're going to lose anyone in the DLC. It tends to happen.
Alpha and Catalo did their job. Now it's Beta's turn.
Aloy? I think we're in trouble.
Whatever you plan to do to stop those specters, you better do it now.
I'm not doing anything. Beta will. She just needs a little time.
Time that we don't have.
Come on, Beta, come on, come on.
What is that?
Our army.
I think you got their attention.
Very clever. You had Beta inject Hephaestus into the base's printer matrix.
Which is faster and more powerful than any cauldron.
And now it can crank out machines to its heart's content. Get to the launch tower before this whole place becomes a war zone.
Your maneuver, as clever as it is, means that Hephaestus has escaped containment. It will no doubt flee back to the Cauldron network.
We grabbed it once, we'll get it again.
Or find a way to replicate its functionality, perhaps. The Apollo database.
So curious.
Aloy, in case we don't make it, I just have one rule.
What is it?
We had to do all this climbing.
Hardy har har.
That a big rock might give us a bridge to get up and through.
Gotcha.
I guess not all the specters are fighting our machines.
That would have made it nice and easy.
I don't think they detected us.
To the right, I think.
And now to the left.
You can get to the launch tower through the hangar up ahead. I'm heading over to join you now.
The hangar's in bad shape, but I can see the way in. Hurry, Aloy!
Another one?
No regala this time.
That's the weak spot. I'm coming for you next.
everyone. Let's go.
Over here, Aloy.
Look at all this scenic space stuff.
Look at all those chickens. I forget how this one goes when you kill her.
Hold the move. The guy who doesn't have to carry much.
Just no cutscene.
Aloy, it's been intense, but Catalo got me to a network node. I'm trying to get in.
Keep at it. We're almost to the tower.
Look at all those companion cubes.
Now we know who's been causing all the fuss. Tilda's little pet.
Silence. Zenith's inbound. Can we drop their shields, please?
I'm powering it up. Stay still.
This is pointless! You can't hurt us. Face it, you're worms that ooze through the cracks into our basement.
Silence?
One moment more.
But I might just spare you if you give up Tilda. I think it's safe to say she's forfeited her share of our operation. Permanently.
There.
No? Nothing. Fine. All right, people. Light 'em up! Are we supposed to be scared?
It won't take long before he preps the shuttle for launch. Then he'll be able to take Beta and Gaia into orbit and onto the Odyssey beyond our reach.
We gotta go through there?
I failed to see another option.
Then we'll carve a path. Ready?
Get to the top and secure Gaia. I'll stop Gerard.
gotta get to the top of the tower and free Beta.
Aloy,
Die, machine filth!
apologies for that. We're okay. As long as Alva hurries.
I'm almost into the network.
Just do the best you can.
I want Tilda's outfit.
Okay, an elevator. Promising.
You guys think I'm gonna finish in time for Burning Shores? By 9 p.m.?
Unfinished business, little girl.
Little girl. I wanna punch this dude.
I don't need a shield to take you out.
Trust me, you're gonna wish you had one.
They still haven't fixed the audio here. That's fascinating.
Aloy, are you there? I'm on my way to help. Just need to find my way in there.
I almost forgot what it was like to hurt.
You're a pretty pathetic dude.
Now we're having fun, right?
He doesn't bleed. That's so creepy. Oh, hey, Julia. Did you get here in time for me to scream with your boyfriend?
Go. Rescue your sister. I'll regroup with the others and make sure they're alright.
Die, machine filth! There you go. That was just for you. Up we go!
Looks like the machine's inspectors have almost wiped each other out. What was that?
Aloy, Gerard just activated
Beta
the
machine
self-destruct
master.
failsafe on the printing matrix. He's taking control of a number of systems.
Including the lift?
I'm afraid so. He's restricted its access to the top. You'll have to climb from there. I have to go. I almost have.
Bum, 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 ba-da-da-da, bum, 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 ba-da-da-da, bum, 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 ba-da-da. Oh, nice. I'm glad that you have a file that lets you do that, because that was, like, sad that your ultra hard was not there
Is everyone
yet.
alright down there?
Mostly. We're cleaning up the last few
We're
specters.
so close!
What about the Zeniths?
I'm gonna make it just in time, too. Like, this is perfect.
Zo told me you got Eric.
I really figured this out, didn't I?
Yeah. Thanks.
I'm gonna have just enough time to go take a potty break between streams.
Aloy, you there? Listen, I got into the network, but only for a minute before I was shut out. I found a bunch of flight plans and trajectories, as if the Zeniths were planning to leave Earth.
Doesn't make any sense.
I know, but there's more. The files I found have a lot of references to something called Nemesis.
What?
The Zeniths are afraid of it.
What?
Alva! What's going on here? Maybe Beta can help me figure it out. She's okay.
I remembered which direction to go to get on this climb this time. I'm so proud of myself. I'm making progress. See, I doomed myself by pointing it out. It's what happened.
I'm almost there.
Mom spaghetti! Hi, Dorn.
Are you okay? Look, I know you've been through a lot, but you have to help me access the Zenith network. I need to see their files, anything referring to the word Nemesis. Okay. Over there. The systems are down all over the base. I should be able to take advantage of... Yes, Nemesis. Here. There's something in deep space. It's following the Zeniths to Earth. Look. Escape vectors. Alva tried to warn me about this. The Zeniths aren't planning to stay here. It's a machine of some kind. Or a swarm of them. The energy readings are astronomical. Aloy, I don't think a natural disaster destroyed the Zenith colony on Sirius. This thing did. Earth isn't a new home for them. It's a way station. They're on the run.
I killed Eric in like 4 shots. So, I think normal's not going to be fun for me. So I'm going to try very hard. At least that gives me ultra hard to like have like a let's do it again, but harder. But then you have to play the whole game on ultra hard. So it's like, do I want to? I don't know.
Nemesis, what is it?
It is us. The minds of Far Zenith. Or failed copies of them, anyway.
I gotta make sure to make a manual
Sirius,
save state.
my peers weren't
at the
satisfied with physical immortality.
Post game.
They wanted digital transcendence. A way to upload their minds into any form, organic or mechanical.
There you
Nemesis was a failed experiment to that effect. Abandoned.
Yeah, that makes sense.
An immense database of our memories, emotions, and prejudices left to fester.
And it destroyed your colony?
We didn't realize it had gained sentience until it broke containment. It had everything it needed from our memories. Security protocols, system specs, override codes. It hacked everything before we knew what hit us. Then it took over our printing facilities, allowing it to gain any machine form it needed to wipe us out.
But why?
Imagine being trapped alone for decades with only the twisted echoes of megalomaniacs for company. It hates us for abandoning it to that prison. And now that it's free, it will do anything to destroy us, including denying us a safe harbor on Earth.
The extinction signal that woke Hades. You didn't send it. Nemesis did.
Finally, you understand. And when that failed, it launched from Sirius to finish the job itself. Which is why we must flee to a random planet circling a random star, somewhere it can never find us.
With Gaia. So you can build yourself a new world.
That's the plan. Even now. Earth is finished, Aloy. Nemesis will scour it of life to deny its creators a viable home. But Elizabeth's dream won't die. You'll come with me to the stars. And with Gaia, we'll create a new world. Together. Where that monstrosity could never find us.
What? No.
I loved Elizabeth. More than you could ever know.
So close!
And I let her stay behind
so far away!
The rest of humanity. A mistake I have regretted for 1,000 years. Now she stands before me again. Not some inferior copy, but her best possible self.
Don't say that about Beta!
So I'm not asking. You're coming with me. It may seem harsh now, but you'll
I have a
forgive me
theory
in
that
a few
Beta was
centuries.
actually made by Tilda, like...
You can't force me, Tilda. Your shield is
from
gone.
scratch.
I have something better. Spectre Prime, to me.
Take cover! Get to the door! Submit, Aloy. You can't win.
No! I've heard that before.
I can endure. You cannot.
Let's see how long you endure this.
I better scan that thing first. I gotta get through all that armor before I can do some damage.
This world is finished.
You're finished.
We must leave together.
Okay, I'll heal. Oh, I can't. Damn it. Why did I do that to myself? If I die on normal, that'd be freaking hilarious.
I am the only way you get to live, Aloy.
I spoil myself by playing too much ultra hard, and so I die on normal. That would be the way to go, though. But that's not going to happen here today.
It's over. Why couldn't you just let me choose?
That is so funky looking. Didn't even run out of blast pace. I'm definitely not playing the DLC on normal. I don't think I've died to Tilda ever on any of my playthroughs that I can recall.
And she told you about Nemesis.
So you've known all along.
I don't know if I did die.
Along with
I died like 2 or 3 times to Gruda on my first ultra hard playthrough, but it was because I kept
did to create the rebel army was based on
getting blown up by my own explosive
this
spike.
place, this moment.
And you couldn't just tell me?
This place, this moment.
Come now, Aloy.
No, like ever at all. Oh, yeah, on ultra hard. Wait, for dying to Gruta was ultra hard.
When I learned of Nemesis from Hades,
I died a couple
I
times
saw
on
the
both of my
pieces
ultra
on
hard
the board,
playthroughs.
how to play them. And in that same moment, I
Okay,
knew it was a game
so
I would never play.
Burning Shores comes out in 20
I didn't
minutes.
interfere and attempt to save the Tenakth.
I'm gonna start a new stream instance for it, so I can label it for Burning Shores, and it'll like start with the Burning Shores. No, I've spent like 1,000 hours in each Horizon. It's not something to want to emulate.
To leave this doomed planet behind, to seize the Odyssey and the Apollo database, and begin a new chapter in my pursuit of knowledge, one with infinite possibilities. You can join me if you so desire. You've more than earned your place. Unlike Tilda, I'm extending a polite invitation.
You're going to just take off? And abandon everything? Stay. Help me fight that thing.
Perhaps Tilda didn't adequately define the threat. Nemesis can't be stopped. It destroyed a highly advanced Zenith colony in a matter of hours. What hope does this primitive tribal Earth have? If you brought Gaia, you wouldn't be abandoning life, you'd be saving a seed for a new world. Just as Elizabeth did. It's the choice she made. The sacrifice of all that is for the hope of what might be. If she were here in your place, she would board that shuttle, Aloy.
Found her.
Is she hurt?
Still on her feet.
Thank the Ten.
Goodbye, Silence.
She looks okay.
She looks victorious.
As always.
Aloy. You did it.
Hugs! They brought the end and the beginning together with a hug between Elizabeth's face and Elizabeth's other face.
Hey, where's he going?
As far away as anyone can go.
Oh. Are you sure?
You're staying.
For a time. You people are going to need all of the help you can get.
Does anyone else need a drink?
Not if it's that ale of yours.
I'd be fine with a nap.
Excellent idea.
I hope it's really over this time.
I feel like I timed that exactly how I wanted to time it. I was hoping to have like 15 minutes to go and get a drink, stretch the legs.
There's another battle ahead, Elizabeth. Very different than the one you fought. It's not about the distant hope of creating a new world. It's about preserving the one we have. My friends have a new mission. To spread the word and ask for help. They've taken it in stride. I think it's because they've always known what I've only just started to understand. That the people of this world have the strength to fight any battle. the ingenuity to solve any problem. The courage to overcome any obstacle. And the resilience to rise after any setback. As for me, I can't say I'm not afraid. What lies ahead will be harder than anything we've faced before. But I know I can put the fear aside. Because for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm not alone.
Alright, y'all. I'm gonna go stretch my legs, etc. We got Burning Shores coming out in 15 minutes. I'm gonna take the stream down, etc. I mean, I'll leave the stream up for a few minutes, but I'm gonna take it down in a few minutes after the credits and stuff, and I'll be putting a new instance of the stream up for Burning Shores once it's out. We're almost there, guys. 15 freaking minutes. Thanks for hanging out in this last little bit of the wait with me. My goal going into this was to have the credits rolling at 15 till, and guess what? They started rolling at 16 till, so I'm pretty proud of myself right now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the best. I have ADHD. Time doesn't exist for us. So, like, super proud of myself. But I'm gonna step away. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see who I see on stream in a few minutes here. No one has to watch, I'm just doing it so I have a recording of my reactions to things and whatever, because that's fun. But for anyone who wants to, you're welcome to come hang out. Hit subscribe or whatever, you'll get turn the notification button on and then you'll know exactly when it's going, but no pressures. I'm outie though. Bye.
These words don't seem like mine, but the iron won't subside. No matter what I try. My raindrops in the flood, and their sentiments in the storm. If I falter, if I fall, the wave inside
The shore's right there! We're so close! 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes to Burning Shores, and then I'm gonna start a new stream for Burning Shores. These credits are long. We're at the babies now, though. That means we're close to the end. So close, guys. I timed this so freaking perfect. I'm so proud of myself right now. Look at that! We're gonna get back to base just in time for me to hit pause and start a new stream. In fact, I'm gonna do that like right here. No. Alright. We did it! I'm taking the stream down. Bye, guys! I'll let the note ring out. Okay, now we're gonna skip that. What timing? Oops, I definitely had music playing.